Jordan Moore, Shaun, Cody Kessler, and Keely Yours out today for our football.
She's taking the bye too.
Took the bye. Now Keely's under the weather. It's been going around. I mean, some of us, tough it out, play through, but we told Keely to sit this one out to try and keep you guys healthy. You guys, you have real value to this to the show, so we had to make sure we kept you two healthy. Listen, the fans going through it, guys. And that's the fans' job. Ride the roller coaster up and down. They were telling everyone after LSU we were going to win it all, and now it's sad times. I'm curious the player's psyche in a season that's not going well, and ultimately is not going to hit the heights of what you wanted. And you guys, didn't have a lot of this during your college careers, but both of you lost quite a bit at times in the NFL. So take me inside sort of how the player handles, a season that's just gotten away from itself.
Well, for me, it's all where's your motivation lie, right? And that's all a player can have is what drives you to do the right thing, to play as hard as you can, and you find your motivation, right? And the great players can find their motivation, right, Cody? They can find what they can dig in on. Obviously, a lot of things are off the table for this team as far as playoffs and championships and those kind of things. So where do you find your motivation? Now, Lincoln Riley's job as a head coach is to try to stir him to that, but ultimately it's up to the player to decide, hey, I gotta, do the games matter to me? Do these reps matter to me? I thought Bryson Shaw said it nice. If you're a senior, what kind of reps are these NFL teams are going to be watching? If you're a younger player, how am I going to, how does this start for me for next season? So you always got to find that motivation as a player, and that's what these three games are. If you can't find your motivation against UCLA and Notre Dame, then you might be in the wrong business here at USC.
Yeah, and just to echo that a little bit, you got to take pride in wearing the Cardinal and gold, right? And you fully understand that. And I've said that before, is you play for something so much bigger than yourself. No matter what the record is, you play for all those great players that came before you. You play for all the Trojan family and the fans out there, and you've really got to buy into that, right? And Coach Riley's done a good job of getting this team to buy into that, because the product on the field, although we're not getting the job done, these guys play hard, right? And you can tell they're proud to be Trojans. They fight until the very end. But like Shaun said, too, you're playing for that next level. That's the beauty of college. At the NFL, it's tough, right? You're playing for position, maybe trade, all those things. But in college, you're playing for the next level for these NFL scouts that are watching, or else you may not play ever again, right? So it's your last time putting a jersey on or a uniform on from a game you played since you were 5 years old.
In terms of what's missing from this season and this team, particularly with the road games, guys, I keep coming back to the turnovers. I just think that 100%. The turnovers, you just point to them and they swing these games. They were rolling on Saturday. In that third quarter, everything was back. I mean, I couldn't believe how quickly they erased at halftime, because it felt like it felt like the first half was pretty rough, and then all of a sudden, everything's going great, and then bang, a turnover just brings a place back to life, and we have seen it in all these road games. The numbers now, 9 turnovers in the 4 road losses, 7 of them are interceptions, and I think the lesson may be to obviously always take care of the football, but maybe learn the value of the punt in this league, and not always pushing the ball into tough spots in this league. That's not necessarily going to end up in shootouts.
Yeah, especially in the rainy weather too. I think throwing that element in there too, and the ball's kind of loose around the air, and a lot of tip balls, a lot of missed interceptions for Washington. Maybe just a lot of questionable My thought into the play calling into the game was just, it rang. This game rang, Cody. Let's pound the ball. Let's run the rock. And you come out in that first half and you don't really get it going through the air. You kind of, you're trying, but it's not really working. Then you decide to go to the ground and you find some success, but maybe a little bit too late. I just thought, some of that is, you got to decide, how we're going to attack this team. And I just thought some of those answers for that game just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, and that we're playing the number 1 pass defense in college football, right? So you'd expect it to be a run-heavy type of offense in the first half, but then you see the positive of that when we come out in the second half. It really opens up the pass game. When you run the football well, we saw Miller hit some deep shots down the field. We started pushing the ball down the field and had those big plays back to back. But then I'm with Jordan. You can't have those turnovers, especially on the road when you're starting to put a team away, right? You really felt like if we scored there, that crowd was going to be completely out of it. We were in full control of that game, and we just had another costly turnover on the road.
Or to my point, even if we didn't score and we just punted and put them back on their 10,
our defense was playing great.
Like the defense,
giving them a short field.
Yeah, giving them a short field all night.
100%. Got to learn from them.